to save on bandwidth.
Okay.
Yeah, just press X up there. Yeah. Okay. So starting again. Hopefully that doesn't happen all the time. So this is Thursday nights at the Mackenzie, but we're not at the Mackenzie, and we're not anywhere specifically. We're hanging out digitally right now. So as spaces, art spaces, and spaces for artists. Have to find new ways to do the things that they're supposed to do, bring people together to make artwork and hear from artists and stuff like that. We're looking out for new platforms to do that, and so this is sort of the our experiment in doing that. Here we work for the Mackenzie Art Gallery here in Regina, and then this is also being broadcast onto the Trinity Square Videos Twitch channel, and we're on the Mackenzie, if my internet holds up, we're on the Mackenzie's Facebook and the Mackenzie's YouTube as well. So we are trying to use a couple of digital platforms to sort of create some sort of recurrent event on Thursday nights. That people can come together wherever you are in Canada, sort of in the art world, and we can hang out. We're going to be talking to artists like we are tonight, and that's really exciting. And then also doing a bunch of stuff sort of some more workshop focused sessions like tonight's will be, and then others more just artist talk focused things. So we'll just introduce people.
Tonight we have a bunch of artists joining us for this tutorial who all work in digital media, but none who are streamers, right? This is all new, who will be learning alongside us. So I think it'd be great if you folks introduced yourselves, so maybe we can, or I guess Erin does not have a microphone. Or
no. We can also introduce Erin. She doesn't have a microphone.
Oh, maybe
you can read it.
She's got some chat that we can read out for her introduction.
Chat. Someone can read. Yes.
So Maya, maybe you introduce first as Erin types out her introduction.
Or no, let's read. Let's read for Erin as she types. Can we do that?
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, my name is Erin Gee. I'm an artist. Originally from Regina, Sask.
But now I live in Montreal.
I make all kinds of electronic media.
Choral stuff.
Oh, from VR to robotics to biosensor-driven choral stuff.
Cool.
I just got the last bit.
Cool.
I'm very interested in the voice. And
lately I'm very into ASMR. As are we.
Hello! Erin Gee,
awesome.
Her exhibit To the Sioux has been on display at the Mackenzie Art Gallery since January of this year, but unfortunately, as the gallery is closed to the public, you can't.
Those robots are just alone in the gallery right now, having their. I bet they're having a party though. I bet it's fun, and they're all hanging out and jamming and stuff.
That's kind of cute.
I'll leave this chat window open so you can communicate, Erin.
Yeah. Thank you, Erin. Thank you for improvising. Oh, cool. We've got some more folks saying hi on Twitch.
My cat just opened the door. I'm just going to close it quickly. Hold on.
Dianna, could we ask you to introduce yourself too?
Yeah, hi, I'm Dianna. I'm an artist as well, and I work in a lot of different mediums. Kind of more recently doing digital media with the assistance of Kat and John. I took their classes at Trinity Square Video I guess like 2 winters ago, and it kind of sent me in this direction that I never expected. Totally. But yeah, I like world building and atmospheres, and I really like making videos that are kind of like endless loops that you can sort of relax into. Yeah.
It's like we sent you on a. It's like we sent you on a quest that you that
Yeah.
is like
A-
like an
a
Odyssean
vision
something.
quest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is like, yeah, that's awesome. This is a fun software for working in that context. The software we'll be looking at tonight.
Yeah.
Maya, could you introduce yourself now?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Maya. I'm also an artist. My work has a lot to do with cosplay and monster girls, also world building and character development. And I do a whole bunch of different kind of mediums. Like sometimes
So we
like I'll
appreciate
make
you.
a sculpture or a
Sorry.
figurine of the character I'm working on. Then I'll make a costume. Then I'll make a video. And right now I'm making a video about PewDiePie's chair. And I'm really excited about it. I'm almost finished, and I'm very excited and worried to unveil it.
I'm very excited for that as well, especially
Thanks.
that feels right for this moment right now.
Yeah.
Like, and especially like looking at this streaming software tonight is assumedly the same software PewDiePie would use to do his streaming. So maybe relevant. I'll show you. We'll do like a. How do we? So okay, yeah. So I can hopefully just like when we want to focus in more on what you all will be doing on your screen. Hopefully I'll find a way to control which. Yes. Okay. There. I can sort of highlight somebody by double clicking.
For folks at
That was
home
awesome.
who are wondering, we're hosting a Zoom chat with the artists inside OBS and streaming the everything we're doing at once.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be this complicated.
Yeah. This is like the.
Oh, we're getting some complaints about the mouse clicking sounds on. So maybe we can we move that somewhere?
My microphone is back.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Here, why don't we put it over?
Yeah, put it over here.
It's not that the microphone was ever broken, just that in these times of close quarters and constant Zoom meetings, there's a lot of noise pollution at any given time, and competing Zoom meetings don't work.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
So, but it's my turn now.
We're glad to have you.
We need earphones, but for our mouths, just like tubes that we speak into or something.
So we can close the chat now and make one less pop-up, although I like the pop-up aesthetic.
Okay. So if you want to follow along with the sort of experimenting we're going to do, you can download open broadcast software.
And that's across platforms, so it'll work on Windows, Mac, Linux even, I think. And it's free.
And it's basically sort of a live video editing software is one way to think of it, but predominantly it's like used by streamers. So it will capture live footage from your computer. So I mean, when I say streamers, I mean people who stream to things like Twitch, or right now we're streaming to YouTube and Facebook, which is also a possibility. But people who will capture footage from something on their computer, like a video game, for in the example of PewDiePie, for instance, Maya, and then they will superimpose other things on top of the footage of the thing from their computer if it is a video game. Stuff like the video webcam feed of themselves, which is what we're using, or their friends as well, like we have with all of you there, and also graphics, text, videos, images, which is also something we'll be looking at. That's how I got the Mackenzie logo here and the Trinity Square video logo. So you can sort of think of it as it's possible to do a bunch of things with it in a bunch of different media. You could think of it straightforwardly as video art, but also it provides, especially because of the cultural context it exists in, it provides an interesting context for performance in.
Especially because it's interactive.
Yeah, because you have a stream open where you're talking to people who are watching it. And then you're talking to people who are watching you do whatever you're doing. So for that reason, using it as sort of a way to show people how you work, if you are a digital artist or if you use digital tools to make your art, is also a really interesting way to sort of like involve your community in your art making practice, and sort of like also maybe talk to other artists about how they work. So those are sort of those are the contexts that you can sort of think of possibly using this software as an artist if you're working as an artist. And we're just sort of going to like try doing some stuff from the ground up. And if any comments anywhere,
We have one comment just
or questions.
so you can also stream to and from mobile phones and devices.
Oh yeah, that's a great
like tablets. Like you don't have to necessarily always use this software. There's also functions within the different streaming platforms like YouTube, of course, and Facebook, and people are very familiar with Instagram Live. You can do it just on the device itself.
Yeah.
Fewer options for customization, but if thinking about all the ways you can work in the medium.
So let's start off by sort of like resetting. By sort of resetting what our scene was. I'm just going to get rid of our chroma key and our infinite background and move us back down here so that you can see the software again. So right now we have a couple of things going on. Let me just close all these things so we can start from...
Wait, just hide them, no? Or I guess,
I just want to make them again. At least this one. Then these things too.
Do we have to go live up there?
No, that's fine. Because I think, assumedly, we're on. Says live.
Okay, looks like we're good. Yes, this is our very DIY green screen. It's just a polyester green fabric picked up at Fabric or Atlantic Fabrics, I think, even for like less than $20. You can see that I had to stitch two pieces together, and we've just kind of bulldog clipped it to a dowel running across the top of along the wall up there. So it doesn't have to be the green screen that you use does not have to be very high tech in this situation. The software makes up for it.
Yeah, totally. And you can do with a lot with not very much, even if you just have something sort of green behind you. But also you don't need a green screen, obviously, but it's fun that this software can do that. So for when we have you guys, eventually once you, Maya, Dianna, and Erin build out some scene in OBS, we can switch over to sharing your screen. It seems like OBS won't let me share multiple screens at a time, but we can sort of switch between it like that, so that'll be fun. But so does everyone have OBS open?
Yes.
Cool.
Maybe put us up there for now.
Oh yeah.
Or I just so that they can still see all this information.
Tiny little guys. So the first place we're going to look at is the sources box down here. So the sources is where you're taking in inputs from everywhere on your computer. Whether it's for right now, I have some video capture devices, a display capture device, and some images as well. And then to add one of these, you just go down here to this plus button, press, and then add a, for instance, if you wanted to add your webcam, you would add a video capture device. The thing with, so then I'm going to create a new one, and then it will give me these options. I'm going to pick, I have 3 webcams hooked up right now, so I'm going to pick the one that's looking at the sun setting, and press OK there. And then I have my video here. I can click and drag it around, resize it. Oopsie. I can resize it. The thing that I usually do is if you right click on it, you can just go to transform and then stretch to screen or fit to screen. So stretch to screen will just stretch it out like that.
Nice.
And then or no one on the stream can see us now. To change the where it's positioned on the screen, you just drag it below, down in the hierarchy of the sources window. Oh, but that's too low. I'm going to make it a bit smaller. So yeah. Now if we wanted, oh, I guess I'll do it there. If we wanted to do the green screening here, in the sources window, you can also add filters to your sources. So my video capture device with the webcam of us, if I right click on that and go to filters, then I get this space where I can add effects and filters. I don't know the filters are less fun, I guess, and effects are some of the fun stuff. So if I go to under the effects filters box, I can press this plus button, and then find a couple of different effects that they have built in. I'm going to use chroma key to get rid of the green screen, and then by default it'll target green, which you could use, but you could also click on the color option menu and go to the custom color, and then pick a color from the screen. Then it will sort of work, depending how good your green screen is. I have a light lighting it that is too bright.
We have like a streamer, kind of like a makeup application light. It's like it's one of the ring lights with a mirror in the center.
Are those good?
Well, it's nice because it offers it's on like a gooseneck, so it's on a gooseneck, so you can rotate in every direction. So right now we have it. It's like what's the word? It's vice gripped to the desk, and then but we have it bent down and putting the light behind us in order to get the. We have requests for showing the ring light.
How much was it?
It was about 60 or 70 Canadian dollars.
Where'd you get it from?
Amazon, probably. So here we've got the like grip that holds it to the desk, and you can of course get options that are different bottoms, but then
has a mirror in the middle.
Yeah. You can see yourself.
Does it connect to an outlet, or does it connect into like your computer?
It connects into an outlet, and it has, as you can see, it has like a different dimming function, so it can get quite bright. But we've used it a lot for what it is.
Yeah, for streaming, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this green screen thing sort of well. So the other thing we can do to improve our video slightly, although things can only be so perfect, is add a crop filter. So once again, in the filters are right-clicking on sources, and then here is the crop option. So it's sort of unintuitive, but it wants you to add pixel values. Oh, I didn't do that very well. So I'm just going to move it in by, I'm basically moving the border of this video in by this amount of pixels. So
There we go.
now I'm just cropping it so there's no wall behind this. Okay. Cool. So we have some other, of course, things that we can add to our screen. We have, for instance, the I'm using a display capture right now, and what this display capture is it shows what's on my monitor right now. So I could do that to capture like footage of what you're working on, whether it's in a program you're using, like if it's in a program you're using like Photoshop or Unity, or you can capture anything else on your computer largely. So like I said, I'm using display capture to capture things, but you can also use window capture. So window capture lets you pick a specific window to capture. So the way I do that, create a new one, and then from this drop-down list, you are theoretically able to... Oh, it's just because I'm setting something up. Sorry.
We're
the
still
screen
live.
went black. We're still here. So here I am showing this stream where you can see it being black. And now I'm showing the stream looking at itself. And soon we will have self-awareness on the stream will become self-aware. So that's the, then you could of course, then you could add strange stuff to that, like filters and things. I'll shoot this one for is strange, for instance.
Yeah, you definitely want that.
Yes, it's very useful. You can see all these layers of animation happening.
If you go on, like many streamers have these very intricate setups that seem kind of intimidating when you look at it. Oh, look, Diana's got it going already. But the nice thing is that like once you have something set up, you can have it as one of these scenes. Do we already cover the scenes?
No. So you can, all this stuff will be saved into the scene panel here. So I have a bunch of other scenes that are saved. This setup just automatically saves into whatever scene is currently selected. So this one is called class. So if you wanted to make a new setup, and if you wanted to switch easily between setups, you can just click on different scenes. So now we'll just look at adding an image.
Yeah, we have one quick question from the audience. What is Restream that we're using? Maybe we can just briefly get into, or we could just mention it quickly before we get into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the...
Because it flashed open as we opened up a new window.
That is... you can stream from one source, so from the OBS that we have open right now, to multiple different sources. So Restream will log into your Twitch accounts and YouTube accounts and Facebook accounts, and then you can direct where to stream through there. So if you have multiple places to put it, Restream will let you stream to all those different places. Yeah, and then we also we're doing something on Twitch, but it stopped working. But through the Trinity Square video was hosting our stream, which was originally happening on the spec work. I know this, it sounds like insanity, something like, so there's all these different ways that you can sort of pool efforts in interesting ways, especially as artists run centers and artists, to have an artist run center like Restream. An artist might be an interesting use of their platform if they have a platform on these streaming sites, which is hard to do on Twitch for sure. So do you want to add, we'll try adding an image now. Yeah, sure. We'll try adding an image now. So I'm going to press play, press a plus down here, and then add an image or image slideshow, or better yet, actually media source will be more fun. So media source can be like a video, for example, and I think if I just go into my computer and
show our wonderful file structures.
So it will just loop videos that you put on it. Just get this cleared. And then, of course, you can apply more. You can apply filters to these videos. We also have the option of adding text to your stream. So let's get text. So you add a new thing to text. I'll add an existing this time because I already created a text that said Twitch stream of artists. I'm gonna change it to just.
So,
Yes.
I guess I have something, but how do I put that into this, or do you want me to show off what I've been working on? Or?
Yeah. So if you go to Zoom, it says screen share in the middle of the little command bar.
Yeah.
Can you share your screen and then pick the OBS window or pick the display that OBS is on?
Yeah, I think that this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Apparently there's audio coming off of the desert clip. That's making it hard to hear. This is why, thank you to our audience.
Do you have? I can't see your Zoom thing. Or sorry, I can't see your OBS screen.
You can't?
Oh, maybe here. Wait, this might be. Yeah, strangely enough. It says are you screen sharing?
Yeah.
Weird. Here, let me.
I can stop sharing.
Let me try. I'll stop sharing and then. Yes. Okay. Now we're seeing you. Okay. Fix it.
Wow. Nice.
Amazing.
I don't know if because I don't see it yet on my.
Okay. So the the challenge is that I can't screen share at the same time as you. So right now we can see you. Or Maya and Dianna, can you see Erin's screen? Yeah, nice. So yeah, we can all see you, but you can't. It's not. My screen isn't sharing to the Zoom call right now.
Right. Well, I guess if they wanted,
Twitch.
they could look on the Twitch. If we shrank Erin for a minute, if we wanted to point out a way, that might be a workaround.
But we can all see what you're doing, Erin.
Yeah.
Looks great.
I can hang on. Of course.
Erin, how did you do that?
How did I do which one?
Like, you have these cool, like, pixel filters, like, framing you and around the video. Is it like a pre-existing video?
Yeah, this is, I just happen to have a lot of stuff on my computer. Actually, it's sort of embarrassing. For a previous ASMR performance that I did, I actually tried doing some processing of my face. I cannot get these effects anymore, but it was really nice during the brief afternoons this was possible. But I could bring the image to the front. I was able to get these really creepy effects. You can see me upside down.
Whoa.
Wow.
It looks like a death mask.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, so I just kind of upped the noise on that, because you can up the noise on any image to make it like extra grainy, although it's like, all of that grain is not just noise addition, it's just something I threw in. My media source, if I actually go in to the, I don't know, to the filters, you can see I actually have a Luma key and some kind of an image mask on it, but I think the image mask isn't really even necessary. But if I maybe, I'm just going to remove this, sure. And yeah, the Luma key was doing all the heavy lifting here. But I mean, it's actually a video. I mean, can I just eliminate this Luma key? I'm not even sure. I mean, I can always put it back. Yeah, sure. So that's what the video normally looks like. I mean, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, totally.
Hang on. And then I just put a block of color over top because I'm like, okay, that's good, but blue is the Pantone color of the year. So, and then I just put some text. I find myself completely uncertain about what I'm supposed to say to any of you.
You're doing great so far.
I feel pretty like a lot of doom about Zoom in general. So that's what I'm going to put out there.
Yeah, I would.
Cool.
I'm going to try switching to another Well, we have it. So we have a Discord channel.
Yes.
Oh, actually,
Twitch.
Maya, actually, this is like the secret sauce over here. Is that I have a filter on my webcam. So if you go over to filters and then see, I have a Luma key on my webcam, and so that allows you to kind of make yourself like half transparent. So I can make myself like super transparent like this, and I can smooth it out so then I just look like I'm 20 years old now. And so, but now you can't really see me very well, but I kind of look more like, I don't know, a 90s music video.
Sorry,
yeah.
Where did we go? Oh.
So
that's so cool. So you went to webcam and then there's a Luma on that?
Yeah. So it's one of the best
Filters.
filters, MIO. So under Luma key, if you just, there's this little plus button, you see it? And then you click the plus button, and yeah, Luma key is my favorite. You can do chroma key for green screen, but I don't have a green screen, so I'm just going to like go to Luma key and just like X out all of the darkness, because all Luma does is it's like, okay, what's the darkest thing on the screen or the lightest thing on the screen? Let's get rid of that. So I don't like the effect of the smoothing personally, because yeah, let's keep it nice and harsh. And see, now like a lot of my colors have come back now. And if I wanted to make myself really disappear, then I could go to chroma key and make my t-shirt disappear, because chroma gets rid of colors. So there we go, blue. Yeah, and now I'm just a floating head.
Oh yeah.
So
can you make that source a bit bigger or make it cover the whole screen? That might look good.
Yeah, I think it would look pretty good if I'm just floating over the blue. If I back up, you can see me better.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like I look a bit like a music video right now.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's the goal. One album cover for sure.
Yeah. But you could also do this with like old I don't know, like you could also see the like it doesn't need to be just faces, of course. Like you could just like, I don't know, this isn't really working very well. I'm like, I have nothing performative. I'm like, you could do an epic performance with bananas. I don't know.
Well, you can do music stuff with it. That's like one exciting application of like streaming in general. But this software just lets you like plug in a bunch of music channels together.
Well, I don't know if it works with Reaper or not. Because I can play something for you, but I don't know if you're going to.
We can't receive computer from your. Sorry, we can't receive audio from your computer while you're
just from the
sharing.
mic.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I've been hogging the aux cable long enough. I can see my screen share.
Your playlist is wonderful, though.
Thank you.
Can we do this for the rest of us too? Do you have things to show Dianna and Maya? Sweet. Let me. Oh wait.
One second, Dianna. You're muted still on Zoom.
Oopsie, sorry.
No.
I did that in case I was like making weird noises. I think I'm like a bit of a squeaker.
Okay. Yeah. Do Diana, do go to share screen
Okie
in
dokie.
Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it work?
I
I
think
can't
it's
even
working.
see it anymore.
Whoa.
We can see it. We can see it.
What you
You
had?
can read my email.
We're just a small window in
Yeah.
a much larger wallpaper.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
So now I'm confused again.
Yes, very. That is.
Okay, so this is what I have. I made a picture. That's the
Nice.
background.
Lovely.
And then, oh, I guess this is just Zoom. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was gonna show. Ooh, yes. Now I remember.
Sweet.
Haha. Okay. This is Unity.
Oh,
Can you
nice.
see it?
Yeah, we can.
So we're like, we're really in it. Yeah, so I haven't really been that productive. I've been home for like 3 weeks straight after having gone to New York and had like an amazing time walking around and like feeling hot because it's warm there and like going to see galleries and stuff. And then all of a sudden everybody was like, evacuate New York and everything's panicking. And then I came home and now I've just been like sitting and staring and cooking. But today I tried to finish something. So I've been working on my Blender skills and I've been trying to like, I guess, kind of like redevelop some of these things that I've been working on in Unity with you, Jonathan.
That looks awesome.
Wait,
So, yeah.
So
can you maximize
yeah, wait,
it
make
somehow?
it.
'Cause
Let's
we've
make
got
it bigger. Make a new source down there in your
Oh,
sources
where?
pan. In OBS,
Okay.
and make the source a window source, and then just capture Unity.
Wow.
Window capture.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then where the list that says Zoom right now, change it to Unity. Yeah, and now press OK here.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is like it's really sloppy how I make these things, like at least when I'm making them for images, because I just basically make a giant terrain and then put all of the stuff that I want in it. Like actually right here there's like a cup floating for a really long time. Like what's gonna go in the cup? I literally don't know. But I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
It's
And-
got this reflection.
Wow.
Really nice top.
material, yeah.
Did you make that in Blender?
Thank you. No, I downloaded it.
That I like. There's always a connection in your practice, like in all the digital work that you've been doing, to like physical objects, whether they're like really awesome things you make yourself, or just like, I don't know. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like funny to find the balance. Oh yeah, here are some vases. I made like a meditation video for my friend who makes these like pipes. So I had originally like it's all kind of taken apart now, but it was like a big window scene and you could see like the landscape behind it, and it was like staged with plants and whatever.
Can we make it even bigger? Sorry, I just wanted to get a real close-up view of it. So
Well, I kind of destroyed it already. Like I already ripped it apart, and now I'm like on to something else.
Whoa.
But this is like what's left of it. Oh yeah, and this is her pipe. One of her pipes. It looks like stairs.
Wait, if you write the scene tab in Unity there, just right above where you're working, you right-click on that, and then hit maximize.
Oh.
If you right-click on, yeah.
Oh, look at you. Wow. See, I'm learning so much. Yeah, so it was just this like, yeah, I took it apart completely now, so it's not really much to see, but this is kind of the madness that goes on. Oh, over here by these red particles, somebody asked me to make a landscape based on chocolate, so I made like a little chocolate world that's over there.
It's like Willy Wonka.
Whoa,
yeah. My mouse is really bad, so I like can't even. It's gonna take me like 10
Is
years.
it your
to zoom
strawberry
over there.
mouse?
Yeah, it's so bad.
It's so worth it though.
Can you
see
hold
my
it up?
pictures?
Yeah. Hold it up.
I love it. I refuse to give it up. Like I need it.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
the internet. It's from this brand called Pat Says Now from Switzerland, and it's from
So
like
cute.
the 90s. Yeah,
Wow.
it's really cute, but really like quite unfunctional.
A quick way to get around though is if you click on something in Unity and then press F, it'll focus in on that.
So yeah,
now
if you
I-
select the particles.
Yeah, if you select something over by the particles, it'll zoom you in towards there.
And hit S?
F for focus.
Oh, F. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, but
no.
you'll still have to zoom, but the zooming might be a bit easier now. Or you can click on a smaller thing.
Oh, you're so smart.
No, no. I've just been doing this like too much for too long.
Wow. Okay, here I am in Chocolate Land.
Would you turn that
I was like, this is a weird ask because I don't really like brown that much.
up? Yeah, this is not. It doesn't fit in the same way.
Yeah, it's different, but I was like, whatever, maybe it's romantic. It was like Valentine's Day when I made it.
And the like metallic sheen that you have put on it fits very well with the
Yeah.
rest of the world.
It makes it look
Yeah.
like a perfect little bonbon.
Yeah, little bonbon, little freaking Willy Wonka. But anyways, yeah. Wow, this area, okay, so I had been making things like really big for a long time, and now I'm starting to make them smaller because when I made the app with you, I realized that it's like just way too big. Like the size of the app compared to every other app on my phone is like 10,000 times the size.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to make things a little bit minier.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
Right.
this is the world, and I guess, how do I show you? Okay, let me go into my desktop. I'll pull it up, and then maybe I can screen share the finished thing. So pretty much how I make these, I just kind of like arrange stuff and then twist the camera around and rearrange things and keep grabbing things until I have a bunch of sources, and then I collage them in Photoshop. So let me see if I can
Yeah.
share my window capture.
Is it a
Okie
video
dokie.
or a picture?
It's just a picture.
Because you can just add a picture to OBS.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think you did say that. I guess I
said
didn't
a
listen
lot.
that good.
No, I said a lot of things, I tell you.
Okay, true. Okay, this thing, it's not even working anyways.
Yeah, sometimes
goodbye.
the windows
Snooze.
the windows are a bit janky, but
Okay,
if
so
you
I'll add
wanna
an
de-
image.
If you want to delete that window, you just hit the minus button.
Oh, I realized that I actually already have the image in here.
oh, sick. Of
Sweet.
course. Okay,
in
so
the
what you want to
background.
do with this is
Oh yeah,
drag
move it up.
Yeah. And then also if you right click on the image
Yeah.
and then hit fit to screen or go to transform there.
Oh.
Up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then fit to screen.
Okay.
Then it'll fit itself exactly to the screen.
Yeah.
You can
That's
So
awesome.
there it is. Thanks. Yeah, I feel happy to have finally finished something.
yeah.
And is that you did a risograph print with that image, right?
This one's brand new. I just sent it to be made into a print from Color Code, but I've done some risograph prints before with these, and then like videos as well, like in my Zoom background. And yeah, this girl posted, like, I actually don't know this girl, but I follow her on Instagram, and she was like, I'm gonna make a fantasy book, like anybody can submit. So I was like,
cool.
okay, I guess I'll use this as an excuse to make something. So here's
Perfect.
that thing.
Like an old school, like or like so a book that's a collection of fancy drawings, or
Yeah, just like art. I don't even really know.
Amazing.
Like I didn't even ask.
that's
I was
that
just
sounds
like,
so great.
here's my work. Yeah. So
I-
hopefully it's not like for something really weird and like, I don't know, whatever.
It'll
cares?
be more beautiful now with your stuff in it, at least.
Thanks.
It's cool how it's like you have a photography practice almost, but you're like building these 3D worlds that you're just setting up to
Yeah.
take pictures in.
That's so true. Well, it's also funny because like all of this stuff going on with COVID, and like just losing jobs and whatever, there's like all of these funny little relief funds coming up, and I have my website through Format, and they were like, hey, photographers, like, they think that only photographers use their website. They're like, we're going to have like a relief program, like submit your work. I'm like, well, I'm going to submit anyways, but I'm not a photographer. But I just said, like, I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I'm like, please give me your money.
Yeah.
I pay you so much.
Yeah,
I pay you
totally.
so much. Anyway, so I'll
just-
tell them that you said that.
Yeah, virtual reality photographer.
Yeah.
It's a good time right now to mention Trinity Square Videos is one of those has created one of those relief funds for artists. If you are an artist currently seeking to need an immediate payment, you can go online to Trinity Square Videos website, and you can also donate to we can put this.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up.
Yeah. So you can donate to this fund, or you can also take from it, and they are able to. If you're donating it, they're getting a corporate sponsor to donate dollar for dollar. So any donation that you do make will go twice as far and goes directly to helping artists who are experiencing economic difficulties due to COVID.
Yeah, if you're still
That's so
able,
nice.
if you're still able to get a salary like we are right now from our employers, thankfully, then you should definitely try to donate to these if you're able to, so we can redistribute our own wealth at least. If we can't redistribute rich people's wealth.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see about that.
One day.
I think I really like this. So this is a great use for OBS, because you're sort of showing people a process based, but it's also visually attractive while you're doing it. Like when I hear game developers talk about doing using streaming as a way to sort of self-motivate, like you were talking about how it's like hard, especially when you're working from home all the time, when there's like so many reasons to feel anxious and depressed right now, it's hard to make yourself feel motivated. And working on a Twitch stream is one way that I know game developers do it pretty regularly, is like schedule streams every week where you're going to be doing something in front of people. But then what's cool about what your specific practice, Dianna, is a lot of like game designers aren't making beautiful things while they're on Twitch stream, so it's not that fun to watch.
There's even people who are writing a text document, and they still have an audience for it. Even, but
Well, I this sounds actually super attractive to me. I think I'm gonna try it.
yay!
I mean, I could be doing anything from max patching
Exactly.
to I'm working on a new ASMR script, so
Oh yeah.
you know, so it like they can listen to the sounds of me typing
Yes.
as I make my ASMR script, and like maybe I'll just sip my coffee really conspicuously.
Perfect.
Yeah, it can motivate yourself, and then also it does like all the silly like marketing stuff that in terms of building an audience that you like artists can't really do that much as
If you're just
as
working
game
in the
designers
studio alone.
yeah, and also because artists it's harder for artists to make things to sell like a lot of the times, whereas game developers are trying to build an audience that they can sell something to, so there's more of a point. I don't know, it's different, but
I find that I've just been craving ways to experience randomness. I mean, like this background sounds rather random to you right now, but
sounds great.
I just think that like I find that I don't really need more social contact because I have plenty of that, but I just feel like there's nothing random about my days anymore. And like maybe working on Twitch, like even though in normal situations I'd be like, why the hell would I put myself in a vulnerable position where I could be interrupted? Now I'm like, bring it on.
Yeah. The closest thing we have to like working in a cafe right now.
Yeah, digital cafe.
Cool. That's a cool. Well, we have this every Thursday night, so we can make this a collaborative thing. We don't really have much of a plan for what it's going to be like. So if you're interested in just like streaming, sort of doing this together again, we're totally open to it.
Yeah, we're very interested in like what like with the with our positions at the Mackenzie being such digitally focused programming that is particularly needed and filling a gap right now. We'd love to continue to like just working with artists in different ways that are uniquely suited to this moment in time, aka live streaming. Just posting some pics of everybody here. On that note,
Should we see Maya's work?
yes.
Yeah, Maya, can we show off your computer?
Hi, yeah.
How do I? Oh, stop share.
Yeah, and then Maya, you have to go to share screen in Zoom.
Okay, I'm in Zoom. Desktop? Or...
You can share your whole desktop, yeah.
Sure, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Share.
Great.
Hi.
Wow.
Welcome.
Hey,
Wow.
I thought you said no spoilers.
Well, I mean, it's all I have to show right now because my I was running a March break camp and it's canceled, so all I have to do is make PewDiePie videos.
Amazing.
But I realized that this is actually I'm trying to find a cuter version. This is actually perfect for me to know because PewDiePie's chair goes on the internet for the first time and she does a quiz about what her favorite like what Monster Girl is best for her, and I do like I pre-recorded the quiz and I have myself talking over it, but they're not synced up. So having this technology could be really good for that.
Yes. Because you could read it out while you're looking at it or something?
Well, I could have yeah, exactly.
You could do it live?
Yeah.
So right here. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just OBS is also useful because it has the recording function. We've seen it used at the Mackenzie for people who are trying to capture footage in other software that doesn't have an internal recording function to it. So just I'm glad that you're already finding these ways to apply it to your practice.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I should have used this before, and also would relate better to PewDiePie. So I'm working on this video. It's really great because I have nothing else to do. I actually have a technical difficulty if anybody has any sagely advice.
Yeah, I love
so this
Premiere
is
debugging.
This is Premiere Pro. I had originally synced footage to After Effects, and then I green screen in After Effects, and now they're linked. But the footage somehow got disconnected, and now it's showing this, and I can't reconnect it. So if anybody can think of any tips.
Where is the footage in your project bin?
I did that already, and I already located it, and then it said there's an error when I tried to import it again. And I've tried a million different things.
What does it look like I would check what it looks like in After Effects, I think.
It looks normal in After Effects.
So you should just you could just output the video from After Effects as like a video file and then bring that into Premiere.
So I did that. That's this one right here.
Oh, nice.
But now I wanted to sync them up, and it's not the right timing. And I have like all of this that I wanted to sync up, and they're all like cut and stuff.
Oh, there's a way to like control time that is like that isn't too hard.
How?
Sorry,
we can talk about this later.
Next week is an After Effects special live stream.
Let's talk about this later. I want to know because I feel like you know the answer to my problem.
Yeah, I think I can help you with it.
Okay, yay. Thanks.
Oh, it's Premiere? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Premiere.
Oh, Erin said if you right-click, you can replace it.
I did, but the time is off. So like if I take this one, which is like an exported from After Effects, it like the timing isn't it's not the same time as what this is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know. I was just reading from the chat room, so I don't actually know how to fix the problem at all.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about it. PewDiePie has this song called "Hey Monica" that he sings.
I didn't know that he makes music.
Oh, he does. It's very iconic. And so the end of the video, PewDiePie's chair sings "Hey Monica," but in a very scary way. So that's like the ending finale. And I want to do 3 videos. One is PewDiePie's chair discovers the internet and discovers that she's not his only chair. PewDiePie's chair. The second video is PewDiePie's chair is furious at PewDiePie and tries to like destroy him. And the third one is like rebirth and like re-understanding of each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds so epic.
A trilogy?
I know. I'm excited. I wanted to make it 10 minutes long because PewDiePie makes his videos 10 minutes long, but it's going to be longer than that.
Wow.
And like you plan on getting his attention with it? Is that the goal?
Yeah, I would really like to. It'd be great. And I'm specifically making like the entire video is targeted towards PewDiePie and PewDiePie's fans. Like I'm not making it like with the language of like art people because I really want to like get access to that audience. It's a huge audience.
It is.
Yes.
The biggest.
Yeah, it's the biggest. So let's hope.
I wonder like how else you could use. So are you planning the videos themselves? Like, do you think you'll release them on YouTube?
Definitely, yeah.
You could also just have them streaming on Twitch. Like you, in addition to that, you could have like them live streaming in a sequence on Twitch constantly. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's always like around 10,000 people browsing the art channel on Twitch.
Yeah, and then if you,
content.
I think the PewDiePie tag would also like traffic really well on Twitch specifically.
Yeah, and he has his own
Everyone else-
Reddit too.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
But yeah, Twitch that'd be a really good idea, and I can put it under gaming or something too.
I bet you could get like maybe you could get on the front page of Reddit. That would be so
Yeah,
cool.
we have a suggestion from the audience on Twitch that you should premiere it through a live stream. You could even do like a little with OBS. You could have artist talk sort of set up, right? You could create different scenes where one is the video that you swap to after you're done your artist talk, and then you can also have one with your camera, a scene that has your camera on it, and for like a Q&A session.
Oh, so I'll stream it and then have like a Q&A session?
Yeah.
If you wanted to do a premiere, like an announce, especially if we're all like stuck at home forever, quarantined, like
that's a
an
great
art
idea.
event. It'd be really fun.
Oh my god! I'm gonna do that. It's an amazing idea. Thank you, person.
It was Ben.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Okay. Thank you so much for viewing a little bit of what I'm working on right now.
It's very beautiful.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay. What should I'll show you a couple more things actually.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share again.
We'll return to the
I'll just sort of
names.
close off our lesson thing, workshop.
I guess I was kind of thinking about how streaming is kind of inherently so visual, and my background is just so noisy right now. But I've actually been working mostly just on audio works recently, and it kind of makes me think like, oh, maybe I could do some kind of a stream, like just so that there's some kind of an event. But then I'm like, well, why would I just be hovering like a creepy face in the background as I stream my new music? I don't know.
Totally, you would.
But also, like, the appeal for a lot of people with the streaming, like, a lot of people just have it kind of in the background, like they just, like, have it minimized, and the visuals, like, aren't, they'll have their main screen, and they'll be at work or something, and then they'll have, like, it hiding on a secondary monitor or just, like, behind a window, but they're still listening. So I think audio is, like, still such a huge component of streaming that might even be more... for the number of people who are wanting to see it as like to do it while they're also working, like a podcast that they could, if they could do two things at once, that they often are focused on the audio for that.
It's really, the way you're talking about it really reminds me of like 90s webcams.
It's just in the corner.
Like, because people, is that how people would engage with those like famous 24/7 cam people? Like, would they would just
Like
have
the
them
Jenny
always
cam?
like open in the side?
Wow.
I mean, I who can watch 24 hours of anything like that? I think it's more just for a sense
Yes.
of companionship and to be like, oh, there she is. Look, she's going to her
Yeah.
refrigerator there.
I remember I like this. I was watching this stream for a while last year. I don't know. It was like, watch me study for my SATs, but I will not talk to you. And it was just looking at the fingers on the keyboard and like flipping like paper, but like you never saw the woman's head. It was just, and you never heard her voice. And she never engaged with the chat, but it was super popular. And yeah, it was just this.
I guess there's something kind of nice about that, because like you also don't feel compelled to interact. Like you know what you're gonna get.
I think like there's something about sort of watching passively, consuming music, especially that someone else is either performing live, or like in the context that we digital music people perform live, or it's more just like either letting your things happen or playing the tracks you've composed already. I think that's really nice. There's something to the liveness in any case that feels good with music listening. And we have, so tomorrow, that's a segue for tomorrow. Our friends Ben McCarthy and Cale Weir will be streaming through, I believe, through Cale's Tax Haven
Bring up the.
Twitch
We could
stream?
bring up the Facebook
Oh.
Or.
So they'll be
Wait,
playing.
we could. Yes, Tax Haven. It will be
Yes.
streaming through the Twitch account Tax Haven.
TAXXHAVEN. Although we'll also stream it on our Specwork account. So.
TAXXX Haven. But yeah, you can also just.
What time is it happening at? Cale?
Is it tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST? I think.
Just wait.
7 p.m. EST.
Okay.
We got a confirmation in the chat.
Yeah, and then so that'll be that's gonna be a nice thing to listen to, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it can just be I feel like these sorts of things can be very casual. Like if you were just people don't need much warning, I think, to tune in if you're doing a performance in this. So you should totally go for it, Erin. Or not even a performance, just playing your music live.
Well, I guess I have some other sonic ideas that
Yeah.
are kind of participatory and fun, but I'll get into that later.
Yay. I'm excited to see what happens, or hear in this case.
I'll just show you a couple more. So a few more techie things.
Yeah, and we've got a few questions as well in the stream. But
Sweet.
you
I'll
go
finish.
first.
I just quickly show you from Twitch or YouTube, whatever you use for streaming. You're gonna get what's called a stream key. So I have one for Restream, and it'll give you your stream key on your Twitch account or your YouTube live streaming, or your Facebook, whatever you're using, streaming account, and then you can plug it in there. When you apply and everything, then when you hit start streaming, it'll automatically start streaming it up to your Twitch account or whatever account you put in there.
And what if you're using Restream?
You just stream it to Restream, and then you add if you're using Restream.
It'll give you a different key, right?
Yeah, so
That it then
Restream
splits.
acts as a streaming service in itself, and then it restreams.
Whoa,
Don't you just love that?
It's wild.
Don't you just love that? Look at that. It's beautiful. So here is where the other accounts I've connected. Now I'm stuck. Okay, I can close this, right? It won't stop.
No, I don't think you should close that.
So then also under settings, you have some options for video and audio. Under output is an important one. You can actually output like multi-track audio things. So when we record our podcast, it's like we have a track for the microphone and a track for the audio of the from Discord because of the phone call happening there with the other person, and then game audio as well. So audio from a program on your computer. So you can sort of have multiple tracks of audio being created. You just have to confirm that here in recording. So there's these different tabs for output, and then when you go to your audio settings over here, if you right click and go to advanced audio properties, then you can choose which tracks all your different inputs get written to. So if you want to get more complicated with the audio that you're outputting, that's the way to do it. And then you can record video. So right now we're recording all this as a video as well as streaming it, so it'll just save it automatically to your computer. And if you're recording stuff for your to go into Premiere that you want to have a specific sort of format, it would just be, where would it be? Yes. So recording, and then you set it to be MOV here, but then where do you set the, here is where you would set the resolution of the video. So you'd probably want it to be 1920 by 1080, I guess. Or whatever else you're shooting in. Yeah. But that's pretty much, what are the questions?
Yes, so we've got thoughts on stream optimization. So
I just found out, yes, I actually just learned how to optimize the stream because it was so bad last time we were doing it. It was working so poorly. What was it? No, I've forgotten.
Well, first off, we're plugged in.
Oh yeah, plugging in with an Ethernet cable helps.
But then also disabling your Wi-Fi for the computer, so that it's not, because we found out that even though we were plugged into the Ethernet directly,
it was still looking for a Wi-Fi, so we had to go. We're blocking it.
Whoops! I'll bend over here. Now can you see?
Oh my goodness. So we actually had to turn off our Wi-Fi to be able to use our Ethernet, and then once we did that, it sped up a whole bunch.
Yeah, our frame rate, your dropped frames, you can see that right there. Or if I bend this way, maybe you can see it. It says drop frame 0.
Yes. Oh wait, I can just move you out of the way too. Haha.
Yeah, but this is when I get
when
my
you have
exercise.
that green box here, it means you're not. It's a smooth and steady stream. And then there was one other setting that I want to find. I increased the bit rate or something of the upload. Increase the bit rate. Streaming. Yeah, here. I just increased my bit rate was set to something smaller, like half of this, 1200 or something, and I just increased it to 3500. And then this is just how fast it uploads by, so it was just set to upload at a slower speed, and then so I just increased the speed it's uploading at. And now it seems smooth sailing.
We only disconnected that one time.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
We have another question. So from David, can you grab the corners of the screen and make them into a trapezoid and overlay it in a computer screen or a picture on the wall as a projection mapping with the background? So we do have are we able to do it with these little guys? I can't remember.
Unfortunately, there's no 3D. That would be like 3D transformations.
Right, yeah.
What you can do is if you want to get very advanced this is cool you might be interested in this, Diana. You can do all this like Twitch integration with Unity, so you can have your Twitch happening in Unity in a bunch of different ways. There's one way to get you make your Twitch chat stream through to Unity, so you could have your people talking to you in your world itself. I don't know, something wild like that.
I know it's easy. There's when I did a bit of streaming in VR, and I was using the Medium program for that, and you were able to take the chat. That was just a very simple way of I was in VR. in order to see the chat in VR, I was able to grab the window, the browser window, and just input the chat portion into like the VR space I was working in, as well.
Yeah, that's super.
If other people are listening who want to do that.
Yeah, VR streaming with VR is super cool. Because you can show, especially if you have a
green screen.
But like, just it's cool because you can show a webcam feed of yourself working in VR, and then everyone can see what you're seeing. It's very satisfying.
For the Unity integration.
Yeah, you could also just there's definitely no easy way of doing it, but there's you could like have Twitch appear inside your Unity game in different ways. So that's one way you could have Twitch and 3D stuff going on.
And there's lots of different games you can play that overlay that games that you play online but allow for the people in your chat to actually be interacting with stuff on your screen. The most common, I can't remember the name of them, but the most common, if you browse like a bunch of gamers streams, you'll see that there's usually a bunch of like avatars roaming the bottom of the screen, and those are populated based off of the people waiting or the people inside of your chat. And so I think there's some rudimentary commands that they can input through the chat, and then
Unity
makes the character
Unity can listen to what the chat is saying, and then so you can have certain things trigger functions. So you can have it so that people in the chat could type in stuff, and then that triggers something to happen in your Unity world.
And you can customize the avatars, but most of the avatars are like Pokemon or Adult Swim cartoon characters. Yeah. Standard internet stuff.
And to do to make those things, they have all this these ways of like creating basically a game that has a transparent background to it.
If sort you of played like cats
or
as a kid?
Yeah, or Bonsai Buddy too.
I've never played those, but that sounds amazing.
Yes.
I want to put out, Jonathan just figured out how to do it, and I think we're going to put out one with just Sam.
Yes. Just
I love that.
And he
instead
just
of
sits.
cats, it's
he
just
sits. One cat. Just the one cat option.
That's the content we need.
But I think that's all. Is there other questions?
Let's see. Does anyone in the chat? Oh, let me check. How many different? So I'm just making sure I'm covering all the different chats. So does anyone in the Twitch chat have any questions?
I haven't looked at Facebook at all. Unfortunately. Sorry, it's just too much information.
I'll look at Facebook right now.
Oh, a few. Okay, sorry. So John, thank you, John.
Okay.
Is helping us out. A few people have asked to specifically show Zoom integration.
Right.
So Zoom, it's very confusing, but not because it's hard. It's just like all the different video stuff. So there's a couple of things to consider. So with Zoom.
There's a lot of questions in the Facebook.
Oh man, a lot of questions.
Thank you, Facebook. Sorry, I thought we had to. Sorry about that.
We weren't watching the Facebook feed at all. But for Zoom, you can't send one of your webcams to multiple sources. So if you're using your webcam in OBS, you won't be able to use it in Zoom, which is what you want. So instead, what we do is just go to the screen share down here, and then I share my screen, and then I'm just going to. You can either, this is similar to OBS. You can either pick I'm sorry, people in the Vimeo or in the Zoom call won't be able to see what I'm doing. But in the similar to OBS, you can pick a source for your screen share. The best bet is probably just to pick your whole screen that you're going to be streaming OBS from. And again, this is just to show people on Zoom on your Zoom call what the thing you're doing looks like, or even what you look like, because your webcam will only be able to go to OBS. It will not be able to go to directly to Zoom. So that's why I'm showing it this way. But then right now, I just have Zoom on my second display, and it's being shown through my second display capture. Yeah, it's just on my window. I had some problems when I was trying to do a window capture of Zoom, and I think because it's doing video stuff. So you have to do display capture, and then Zoom does this. You can also highlight people by double clicking on them.
Like Zoom automatically puts it in the row there.
Yeah, when you're screen sharing. So yeah, Zoom also seems like it's like very, very sketchy. Is like just the thing I'm just learning today as a piece of software. So I think Discord provides some more options for doing many screen shares at once. So I'm gonna try that next time.
Yes, we can share Discord, such as the Discord that we've set up
yes.
to start. To just start giving the people links from the live streams that we're doing.
It's a Discord where we can continue talking about. I don't know,
yeah, if you're in my Discord,
stuff.
You should already be able to.
Yeah, I am.
Then you can invite people directly from there, actually.
Great.
So if you.
Well, I can also share the link.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
Arcade, and then go to. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if
we're just gonna, it's hidden there, but we're gonna here's the link to the Discord channel. It's cap sensitive.
So if you go to our Twitch stream, at least you might not be able to copy this text on Facebook. I'm not sure, but on the Twitch stream, or shoot us a message. And
well, I'll post it again. I'll post
nice,
it in
nice,
the
nice.
Facebook. Give
Awesome.
me 1 second.
So this is for these recurring nights every Thursday night at 7 in Regina time. That's 9 in Toronto time. We'll be doing these sorts of hangout sessions, and I think next week we are planning on doing an After Effects tutorial. So if you're interested in that, I figured Maya, if you want to come, if anybody wants to do the Zoom thing again, you're more than welcome to. So we can share that with some other people over the next week, and maybe get some. You all are welcome to come back.
Ryan, would you like us to revisit the chroma key that we're doing with our green screen? I'm not sure if we covered it when you were watching.
I'll show you quick.
We'll show it while you're watching,
Yeah.
regardless whether you want it or not.
All the filters are, you find a source that you want to filter, right click on it, and then pick filters.
Yeah, keep going.
He's good.
He's good, but we're doing it anyway.
Chroma key, and then I pick custom color, and then in select color you can do a color picker option by clicking pick your color, and then you just want to pick the background color that you want to delete.
Yeah, because you can use the picker to select the color of the green screen. Just directly click on it. Oh, nice! We've got some people joining our Discord channel. Thank you very much.
Is there more questions?
Let's see. Let me revisit.
I just had a quick comment.
Yes, please.
That I know that YouTube, if you are planning and you're very excited about doing your first YouTube stream, that YouTube doesn't let just any old account stream. You have to have owned your account for a while, and I think you might even have to have a certain amount of friends or followers.
I know, I've experienced that. We're lucky. We're using the Mackenzie account, official account, luckily.
But I actually was able to get past this, because apparently if your YouTube account is old enough, then they just let you do it.
Whoa.
How old is your YouTube account?
I don't know, man. It's probably one of the first. Well, it wasn't one of the first that opened, obviously, but you know what I mean. It's old.
Cool. Well, yeah, I tried to start doing I feel like when I tried to do it too, they were like, "Oh, you have to wait." Even after just trying to do it the first time, they're like, "You have to wait a month or something before you can actually do it."
Yeah. So if you're planning on making a big art show with this, make a test way before.
Or use Twitch.
Or Facebook, I guess.
Or Facebook.
Or just
Or,
do it
oh,
on
man,
Instagram with your
There
phone.
is a crazy list of live stream. Let me just show you this very quickly. There's this list of live stream. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see it. They're not going to give me that list.
Well, if you go to restream.io, you're able to see.
Wait, let me show you this.
Okay, yeah.
Look, this is a list of all these different live streaming sites that exist. Because these are all the different things that Restream will stream to, and it's just like, oh my, it sort of boggled my mind how many things there were that I had never heard of. But of course.
And if you pay for it, you can restream on all of them.
Yes, yeah. Indeed.
And follow all their chats at once.
But that was. Thank you for doing this. You did a great job of. Everyone did a great job of. I didn't know what this was supposed to be, but you all did what this was supposed to be.
Thanks for having us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have one.
Thanks for having us.
Before we sign off, there's one more bit of info from the chat that I think is
Relevant
useful.
to the last topic.
Ryan from the chat says he's able to stream on YouTube desktop, but for mobile he has to have 1,000 followers. So in order to, I guess, stream from your mobile device, you need 1,000 followers.
Wild.
Also, I mean, there's with this as well, with the way that people discover you sort of organically, it's all very biased towards the algorithm in the sense Amazon owns Twitch, so the way that they optimize the people who are the people who are developing the content for Twitch is also very similar to how they treat the people at the factory, where they encourage you to work longer, harder hours by constantly needing to return and working all the time in order to see any sort of natural to see you get promoted through the algorithm to like other people. This isn't the case where you don't have if you're just handing people out links, then this is not really your issue. But if you're sort of thinking a lot of people want to be professional streamers, there's a huge sort of barrier of accessible barrier. Anyway, it's really hard.
Well, there's a lot of work that has to get put into in terms of community engagement. YouTube wants to see people not only respond but give quality responses, which usually involves some emotional keywords. Because I guess emotions are better.
YouTube wants you to respond to comments on your video.
It's not necessarily that YouTube wants you to do that. I think that it's more just that in terms of how you garner a following, everything's very cross-platform. So whether you're active on Twitter or Facebook or wherever, that a lot of these algorithms not only favor you to be posting a lot, but they want to see that there is a community gathering and that there's activity in the community. So there's some back and forth going on.
Okay.
Of course there could be there's that lady who said, I will study for my ACTs and not interact with you ever, and she beat the system. But I know that this is a way to rise up in the rankings, is to make it look like there's some kind of an organic buzz building around your videos, that people are maybe even talking amongst each other.
Right. Well, that's what Twitch is really good for, because it's like a live chat feed the whole time. So people, the performer or the streamer really doesn't have to interact very much, because the audience will just interact with itself very organically.
But early on,
if you don't have
two people, if you haven't built up that community yet, you are every introduction to streaming video will say you have to be watching your chat, sorry everyone on the other chats that we weren't paying attention to. You have to be watching, and you even a funny thing that people mention is you should just be talking even if no one's there. So just talking to yourself, because then when people aren't posting, if people aren't inputting into the chat, they just might be too shy. They just are sort of testing out, oh, what's this person like? Yeah. What if they're mean? What if they think my question's dumb? It's no, you should just be talking really nice, with even if nobody's paying attention to you for hours every day.
Wow.
An interesting dynamic.
And just who hasn't had that I've heard a lot of people saying, like, I don't have a Twitch account, but I've heard of some of my friends saying that, like, you know, they open a Twitch account and most of the visitors to their videos are people being like, hi, great video. And then they like lurk a little bit and they're like, oh, well, maybe you should go check out my videos.
Oh, yeah. I found that a lot too. I'm very into the shameless self-promotion that happens. I mean, I can't do it, but I'm always supportive of people who will do that.
It's not actually. We should like Twitch is owned by Amazon, which is extremely evil right now. So we just shouldn't be using Twitch at all. Like, yeah.
But we don't have 1,000 YouTube followers.
Yeah.
We can't escape.
But I think that's.
Dianna, Kale really wants you to put Ted on the line.
There's a Ted request.
Oh, okay.
Kale
Just
wants
one
to say
moment.
hi to Ted.
Baby, Kale's asking for you.
Erin, maybe we could
wants you
see
to-
your dogs for
He
are
wants
they
to
around?
see you.
Yeah, I can go grab them. They're just on a pillow.
We're
on the other side
doing
of the room.
audience
Celebrity
requests.
Ted is coming.
Oh, Kale is so happy.
Oh, there's
Look at
celebrity
the
Ted.
You can't see Kale at all. Hey Ted.
Wait, can you go into the gallery view? Let's go gallery view.
What, like that?
Well, just like focus on the zoom. Oh wow, is that the stress? Is that stress, Ted, from COVID?
Me and Kale are going bald. And when you go bald and someone else starts going bald, you're always like, oh, yeah, wait, where'd you go? Oh yeah, you're always like, I'm really happy you're going bald like me.
Yeah.
The same. Kale says that your hair is looking nice.
Yeah,
Aw.
it looks really good.
That's nice.
And here we've got the doggos. Oh yeah.
So cute.
They must be so happy that you're home all the time.
Oh, they are so happy. Although I'm really scared of
I
like
like the tongues.
I'm really afraid of when I have to deprive them of my presence constantly because this little gold one is such a suck. Like, she acts all independent, but she actually whines so much if you're not paying attention to her. At least this one will like launch her body at the door and try to be proactive and like get to you, but this one just sits there and cries.
Oh,
Their tongues are so cool.
why do they do that?
These are rescue doggies, and they came to us a little mangled. So they had to have all their teeth removed and like some operations and like lots of, yeah, but they're all fixed up now. They're gonna live a long, happy life.
Yeah, they are.
So cute.
They have.
Thank you for rescuing them.
Yeah, totally. It's so
Just
nice.
live stream the dogs all the time.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, probably.
We had Kat set up. Kat bought a totally additional webcam just so we could stream. Have one that focused on Sam when we were streaming.
And then I bought a 20-foot extension cable so that I could run it wherever he was in the house. And last week I unfortunately broke that cable, so there's no Sam cam tonight. But highly recommend having, even if it's just a tiny window in the corner, having a pet on screen is a real go-getter for audience attention.
Okay,
I'll bet.
I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks all the stream watchers
Yes.
for
Well,
watching the stream.
Is Taco anywhere with Maya?
I can run and grab
Yeah,
Taco.
great.
Hold on a second.
Pets and Ted. Because you also have pets too, Diana.
They want to see Taco before.
Yeah. They're, okay, I can grab Vic.
Okay, great. Go get Sam.
Oh, I'll go get Sam. Yeah, give me a sec.
This is what everyone wants.
Yeah.
The engagement is going to be really high.
Yeah, we're peaking.
And I can't hold him. Okay.
Wow.
This is one pet party.
Everyone's bringing it.
Wow.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
He's not like
Here
me.
we are.
Oh my god.
Everybody. The pet
Also
party, it's all
shut up.
together.
Yeah, you were. All right. He was kind of upset to be taken from his bed, but
Yeah, I would be too.
that's Taco, he's a large
Sam's
man.
Got a little.
Hi.
It's okay, baby. Got
Sam gets a booger stuck in his nose, and then he has to like, it's like he's horking out a spitball or a hairball, but it's just boogers. That's all it is. It's funny. Yeah. He's like a normal cat, but just with boogers all the time.
He's fine. Oh, he's almost fine.
Okay, bye, stream.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Nice seeing you.